morning, evening, afternoon, as usual. Depends what time of the day you're viewing this video. Frog in my throat, I apologise for that. I thought I'd do a very quick video. I won't go into all the details, all the specs and everything else. You can get them off the internet, so it's pointless me wasting your time. And hopefully when I finish this very short review, you wouldn't be interested in buying one of these items in the first place, hopefully. Amongst a few other things, high on my list at Christmas was get some kind of a heartbeat monitor. Sadly, the cheap one I had, I think it was about 25 quid. You wear a strap round your chest. You wear a strap round your chest. Slightly uncomfortable, makes you sweat a little bit, like a rubber elasticated type strap with a little sensor what goes somewhere near your heart. Me being normally buy expensive watches over the years, they're always waterproof, so when I wash my face, have a bath, whatever, I never take them off. But on this occasion, totally slipped my mind. I got in the bath with this watch that I'd only had on for a couple of weeks. Forgot it wasn't waterproof, it was only splash proof, and I actually watched the face fill with water and then stopped working. I then threw it in the bin. So I didn't ask for the wife to buy me this, but on the few things she bought me for Christmas, I was having a bit of a bad night one night, and basically what had happened was I flew up some stairs. I took my sick note into work and I followed some young person up the stairs. I actually felt quite okay that day, but then I couldn't seem to regain my breath again after that. They're very steep stairs and they level off, and they go, there's two flights basically, and they're very steep. But I got up the stairs okay. I flew up the stairs without realising, because I was in no pain whatsoever. And then for the rest of the day and night, and it was only actually the next day that I actually managed to get my breath back, as it were. So at night time, come midnight, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, somewhere around there, I take the dog for a walk around the estate. So the wife thought it would be a good idea to get me one of these Fitbit. Sorry to say that 3 times, I haven't got a stutter. Yes, a Fitbit Blaze. My daughter and her boyfriend, they go down the gym and do a bit of exercise here and there, and she's got a Fitbit. It's not a Blaze, it's a much smaller one. Now the wife tells me it's about 200 quid, one of these things. Now it hasn't got GPS built into it, but you set up an account and basically you get emails telling you it's about flat, or oh, it's fully charged now. It's quite a novel little thing really. You can change the straps quite easily. You get basically a framework that the actual watch element goes into, and you can change the straps, take those off quite easy. They're like a rubber strap, they look not too bad, but they don't have to make you sweat, and they give you sort of dry skin. That's that. We'll get that out of the way. Now the important part. There's a little holder here that the actual watch element fits into. It's got very small pins on the back of it. And now then, you may have noticed one thing here, and this is the reason why I'm going to claim it's the biggest load of rubbish I've ever seen in my life. Basically, I'll have to get my phone in for this. I've got an iPhone, but clear that. Let's get my password in. I'll show you. You get some software with it that you put on your phone, and then when you do a walk, it links with your phone, with the sat-nav side of your phone, satellite navigation, ties in with that, and then tells you walk look. Very good. 77 average heartbeats per minute. So there's my walk. There's a little map look. Go down. 77 average heartbeat. It all looks good. 90 calories, and you think, oh, marvellous. Blooming brilliant. Now, all's looking good there. It took me 16 minutes. I don't know what you can see of this. 16 minutes 43 seconds it took me, and it's just over half a mile. Now that's not rushing, that's with a dog what keeps stopping and starting and stopping and starting. Little Jack Russell walks very fast. That's a half a mile. I take it like that every night. And I was using it every night. Then certain nights I would start it before I walked, get back, and then mysteriously, boom, it wouldn't let me save the walk, what I've done. I got several walks. Now the night I was telling you about, originally, where I went up some steps, I took the dog for a walk that night, and my average heartbeat was 116 average. As you can see there, look. Even all night, hours after I'd walked up them steps, I couldn't seem to get my breath back. It was 116. Fortunately, when I fell asleep that night, the next walk I did the next day was 87 average. The one after that was 81. The one after that was 85, 82, etc., etc. So that basically gives you. It says run, but it's not. It's a walk. I didn't bother to, to type in that it was a walk and not a run. And there you go. I peaked at 94. So by all this, it gives you a good impression of the watch. And you think, oh, very good. And then it started playing up, and basically it's only what? I had it Christmas Day. Well, actually I'm a liar. I had it about 4 days before Christmas. So I'd start it, I'd set it with the phone like I normally would, put my phone in my pocket, head off with a little doggy for a walk, come back, and then there's no map on the screen, but it's recorded how long it took me. Sort of quite a lot of inaccurate information, because it's lost its contact with my phone, even though my phone is only a foot away in my pocket, so it's got to go from my wrist to my coat pocket. So it was never out of contact with the phone to lose its signal. So then I found that if I turned the actual watch off, restarted it, shut it down and restart it, and it'd make a connection, and I'd go for my walk, and it was hit and miss. Sometimes it would work and sometimes it wouldn't. The main thing what put me off the watch, or was giving me the impression I don't want to wear it any longer, well, I shall ask the wife if I'm allowed to sell it, because sometimes she goes a bit funny about things she's bought me. Oh, I bought you that for Christmas, I don't want you to sell it. So in which case it just sit in a box, in a drawer, gathering dust. I looked at it one day and it said I had a 0 heartbeat, and it startled me, and I actually stood up and started walking around. And I thought, bloody hell, I'm dead. I'm dead, but I just can't feel, I haven't got the effects of my heart stopping yet. Call me an idiot or whatever, but obviously I've had a few scares with my heart. And it's recorded this at night time in my sleep, and it tells you your sleeping pattern, your REM sleep, your deep sleep, everything. But I come to the conclusion it's just a load of old bullshit, and I won't believe a word it tells you about anything, and I'm going to prove that to you now. The phone element, it gives out sort of a, I will show you in a moment, but it gives you a strobe effect of 2 green lights that pulse on your wrist when you're wearing it to give you your heartbeat. Now, as you can clearly see, I'm not wearing this. Still got the USB connector cable in it, which I had connected to the TV to charge it, right? I'm going to touch the screen and it will come to life. Or call me a liar and it won't work at all. There you go, all caught up. And there's my heartbeat. Look, 75 beats a minute it's on, which is very strange because it's not even on my wrist, and it can't pick up from this plastic container that charges it. So what you're seeing there is what we call, what I call a Billy bullshit. Look, 70 beats per minute my heartbeat is at the moment. I'm not even wearing the watch. Well, that container there, what charges it, I'm going to open it up. It's got a bit of dust on it. It's been left for days. I've just lost total confidence in this Fitbit thing. It's a load of rubbish. See all the bits in there, look. Bits of dust, but 4 pins there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they make contact with the back of this. Can you see those strobing, pulsing? That's Vaseline, by the way, if you can see any white stuff there. I'll put Vaseline, a smear of Vaseline on my wrist to stop my skin going dry, because it's like a shiny plastic and it makes your arm sweat. So there you go, look. So clearly they're not touching my pulse, whichever way you want to argue the case. And yet, I've got a heartbeat of 71. And it does alter. It's not just stuck on 71, it will actually in a minute say 68. Or 75 or something other. It's just full of shit, excuse the French, and it's really annoyed me. Something for 200 quid. talks a load of crap. So really, if you want an accurate watch what says the time, which it does, and it says the day and the date, you've got it, but it'll cost you 200 quid. There's cheaper options than that. Now I'm going to put it in its holder, and then I'm going to, yeah, look, it's down to 0, no heartbeat, look. Now that's what it was doing when it was on my wrist occasionally. And as it's proved, it's showing you heartbeat when there clearly isn't one. So I'll put it in its holder so you can see it, but I have no intention of ever wearing this thing again, ever. I really don't, so I've got no confidence in it. And at the same time, it costs 200 quid. Oh, there you go. Now it's in its holder, look. 51 beats resting. Not even wearing it. Not even wearing the thing, look, 71. Put my finger on it, see if it alters, see if it picks a pulse up out my finger. So on that basis, I'm never wearing it again, because it does put the frighteners on you when it says you haven't got a heartbeat. Because it's telling you you've got a heartbeat before you've even put the thing on your wrist. So if my wife can send that back and get her money, I'll be quite happy to let her have her money back and spend it on something worth 200 quid. Maybe it's a bit cheaper, because oh, 73, it's gone up now, look, 74, blimey, I am getting stressed, 75, and this was happening on my wrist, for no apparent reason. I'd look at it and say 91, and I've sat in my chair doing nothing. It startled me, it stressed me, this watch did. So I thought I would show you. So my advice to anybody out there, and somebody's going to be contradictory here and say, oh, I've got one, it works perfect, and you must have a faulty one, or you're not doing this, or you're not doing that correctly. Believe me, I've read all the instructions. My daughter's had one for a while, but not this model. It is a Fitbit, and I've told her, I says, don't believe anything it tells you about how many paces you've done when you're walking. It's a load of crap. I had a load of stars and fireworks go off on the screen one night, and it says I've achieved my target of walking so many steps in a day. I hadn't been anywhere except the toilet 5 times, and it reckons I've done about 8,000 steps. So just by your arm going up and down, it thinks you've done a step. I've done 18 today. Let's see what I've done. Oh, 18 steps it claims. Look at that, look, magic. 51 beats resting. That's what I normally do. Get on exercise, press the screen. My phone's there for it to link to. Probably call me a liar now I'm actually filming it. Weights, treadmill, elliptical, workout, walk. That's what I normally do. Tap on that in the corner, connecting to the phone. My phone is right next to it, it's 4 inches away. See, check the app. Now you saw that, didn't you? Check Fitbit app. So I'll check the app, and then that'll say it's working. Then I'll shut my phone off. 1 second. Sorry about this, I'll just put my password in my phone to get the app up. That's it. Check the app. Now the app's up. Dashboard. There you go, I've got a green. I've got a signal, look, top left corner. Green line. That's to say the battery's full. And I've got a signal. Synced yesterday at 21:32. Now I didn't sync it yesterday at 21:32 because I haven't wore it for 4 or 5 days. It's a load of rubbish. Everything it tells you is a load of rubbish. So there you go, there's my quick review. I'm very sorry it's a bit negative. However, it's not negative if you was going to go out and buy one. On my review, I'm telling you, if it was my 200 quid and I've still got the receipt, I'll be taking it back to the shop tomorrow and saying, sorry, I don't rate this product, and it's not waterproof, it's splash proof, so I can't even wear it in the bath, look. What a load of rubbish, eh? What a load of rubbish. But it looks nice. Thank you very much all for watching. You all take care. Catch us. Sorry it's not CB related, but I thought I had to show you this if I can save somebody some money in the future. I'll just add a note before we go. About 8 months ago, I went to my mate's motorbike shop. Well, it's a unit on an industrial estate, and I heard a noise. He pulled his wrist up and he got an email on this flash watch he was wearing. And then while I was talking to him, he got another noise, and he looked at it and got a message off his phone. Oh look, I got a message. Oh lovely. Why don't you just get your phone out of your pocket, because it has to be linked to the phone to display the message. So just to be a clever, this is the sort of person I am sometimes. Oh look, 70 heartbeat, 71. I'm not even wearing it, look. I'm not even wearing a thing. Put that down there, I hate it. So just to be a flash git, I came home, looked on the internet, and I found one in China. 13 quid. I can't show you it because it's in the bedroom. I'm not sure where I've put it. But 13 quid, I paid for it and got it 2 weeks later. I can only presume, I don't know, the vendor, whoever he was, probably had them in stock, but it did come from China. And this thing, actually, believe this or not, you could actually speak to people on this. You couldn't do that on my mate's watch, what cost a fortune. You could answer your phone call, which your phone had to be somewhere near your person to be in range. But so I arranged the missus when I got down there to ring me up, and I'd answer it on my phone and actually hold my arm up and talk into it, and had a conversation with her. And he went, oh, can you talk on that one? I says, yeah. And it cost less than 15 quid. Not like that Apple thing you've got on your wrist, what was 200 odd quid, what receives a text message and an email. This thing you could actually talk to somebody on. So I came home, took it off and threw it in a drawer or somewhere. I've never seen it since, never bothered with it. But yeah, a bit of a disappointment this, really. Nice watch. I mean, you can alter display and have an analogue display. 200 quid. You know, I'd rather buy a second-hand tag watch or a Rolex or something, you know, from cash converters for 200 quid than one what tells you your heartbeat 73 when you've clearly not even got it on your wrist. Well, they're rubbish. Anyhow, thank you very much all. Take care. Catch you again.